Yo, what's up? I'm Eldritch Terror, and welcome back to my channel where I like to talk about all things spooky, scary, and have a little bit of fun. So today on my channel, I want to experiment with something a little bit different than normal here. So a few years ago, some friends and I decided to start a channel where we were going to make some movie reviews while we were a little sauced up. And the videos that we made I thought were really fun. Though I was behind the camera and doing a lot of the producing and editing, I just had two of my friends on and they kind of ran you through the movies that we were watching. But I want to experiment with something like that here and see if maybe you guys would appreciate that on my channel. If you do, let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to hop in the video with them next time around and we'll have some fun. On this episode of the show, we decided to watch and review Slumber Party Massacre Part 2, a schlocky B-movie classic that all will be sure to love. So if you're in for a scary little laugh today, then join us and check this thing out. Be sure to let me know what you think of the format. But without further ado, let me pass this off to Eli and Todd.
What's up, y'all? It's Elias Freeze.
We're boy Todd, and we're watching Slumber Party Massacre II.
Alright, the movie starts off with a hunk boy montage of Courtney's
Chad Matt with the football.
He out here like doing them fucking corny ass fucking breakfast fucking club shots where he's holding the goddamn football,
Top Gun
jumping in the air
volleyball
and
ass
shit.
scene.
It's like playing fucking scenes from the first movie. And like little backstory, Courtney was the 12-year-old who walked into the Craven house in the first fucking movie.
She helped kill the original killer.
Yeah. So Courtney is having a conversation with her mom, talking about like fucking oh yeah, she needed to go see a therapist. Because of the shit that happened when she was 12. And like she was like, I guess she's like been like dreaming about it, or like recollecting about it a lot recently. And she was like, hey, are you sure you're fine? Do you want to go see a therapist? And she's like, no, I don't need a fucking therapist. It's fine. I'm just gonna go to band practice or whatever.
Maybe you should talk about it. You'll feel a lot better. Like, oh no, it's okay. You know, I'll figure it out. Just leave me alone. I'll figure it out.
When she's waiting out to go to band practice, there's a dead bird on the sidewalk, and she's just like, you know, having a whole fucking Vietnam 1,000 fucking mile stare at this fucking goddamn bird. And then her friend picks up. She's like, what are you looking at? And she was like, a dead bird. And she's like,
You fucking weird.
so like they're on the way to band practice, and they see Chad Matt in the fucking car and shit while they're having a dope ass fucking
Tokyo convertible fucking jam session.
Yeah.
I wanna be your Tokyo convertible.
And fucking, you know, there's like, hey, come to band practice, you're fucking hot. And he was like, huh, well, I am fucking hot. I'm fucking Chad, dude. Let's go to fucking band practice.
So they fucking speed up to the fucking band practice, and they have some terrible ass band practice. She got the pink drumsticks, right?
Yeah, she got pink drumsticks. She's playing the fills all wrong. She's sitting on E minor the entire time while there's a whole solo section going on, bro. Fucking don't even know how to pretend like they're playing the fucking instruments right. And then like after the practice, Courtney and then Matt like go and like have like this little conversation. Fucking he talks to her. He's just like, hey, I want to ask you something. You want to go somewhere with me? She was like, actually, I was gonna ask you to go somewhere with me. And he was just like, yeah. And he was like, all right. So I guess like she invited him to go to the condo. They have like this like kissing scene or whatever after like them weird ass fucking shots of like zooming straight in on fucking
sitting over by the fucking tree and is like zooming into his fucking face and he's like smiling all weird and shit.
Like real bad. Back to Courtney's crib, and she's like eating with her mom some nasty ass hamburger helper or whatever. Stew. But yeah, she eating that shit, and then she's talking to her mom about fucking having to go see her sister this weekend or whatever, but she's like, no, I don't want to go see my sister. I don't want to spend my birthday weekend going to a fucking mental asylum.
I feel that.
Yeah, her sister's all like, you know, like locked up in the mental asylum because she like went crazy after like the events of the first movie and shit, like with the driller killer and shit.
She drops the plate in that awkward ass scene.
Oh yeah, she pretty much does, because she like broke out crying, and then like after she broke the plate was like, Mom, I really want to fucking go, and like her mom forgets that it was her fucking birthday and shit.
Yeah, that shit was fucked up. She's on the phone with Chad Matticus, like Matt, and when they're showing his side of the phone call, dude, he is not a high schooler. He is a grown ass man. Like, he chilling in a fucking like apartment.
Yeah,
neon
no,
lighting
dude,
and shit, and in his
straight up.
underwear, just like, oh yeah, babe, oh.
Yeah, dude. And she looks adolescent as hell, and this motherfucker is shirtless, all beefed up, look like he getting fed grapes. But then it goes into this like hallucination, like dream thing where she tries to go to sleep. And it's like fucking, you know, her making out with fucking Matt and shit, trying to be all cute and shit. But it also like fucking switches to like this fucking the new driller killer, which is like this sick ass motherfucker with this crazy ass guitar, slick black hair, fucking leather gloves,
Some Prince ass shit, like
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
Purple Rain.
Yeah, he's like doing like dance moves and the shit. The driller killer like seems to have like a hallucinogen type dream ability thing in this movie where he has like a presence in her head the entire time.
It's like some
Yeah,
Freddy Krueger shit.
yeah, where like it like kind of like fades in and out of like where she thinks that it's real, but
She's
it's
like terrorizing her mind.
yeah.
And
Who dies in the dream that freaks her the fuck out?
was it I think it was her fucking sister. Valerie ends up in the dream and she sees the fucking
Tells her not to
fuck
have
yo
sex
couch
or
ass
whatever.
Purple Rain boots pull up out of nowhere.
Yeah, she's like, don't have sex with him, blah blah blah.
Felt like a Dare commercial.
Yeah, for real. Like,
Then it cuts to the next morning, right?
yeah, the
And
next morning where like her like mom's like, okay, be safe, blah blah blah, I love you, and they all like hop in the car and they have
she's
another
like, oh yeah,
yeah,
bitch."
another really bad fucking car singing scene.
And then it like cuts to a scene to where she's like zoning out, looking out at like the, you know, landscape and shit out the window and shit. And she starts like daydreaming. She sees her sister again like smacking on the window, and she like wakes up from it all abrupt, starts screaming. They get to the condo. They're trying to get all their like bag situations and stuff. And they're like looking around the house, and they go upstairs and find a blow-up doll that's in one of the rooms. And they have like this weird conversation about how it's like I don't know what her name was. I forget her name. Yeah, it was her fuck's brother sex doll that was just sitting in like he uses and stuff. And she was just like, oh yeah, it runs in the family. We're all a bunch of perverts. It cuts to
Them dancing and singing and fucking, you know, listening to that one song. They're like,
oh yeah, the
fucking
boys aren't coming through. It's girls' night. So
Yeah,
they
they're
start
like-
getting fucking drunk as shit.
drinking champagne, throwing fucking feathers all over the like place, hitting all the feathers out the pillows. This is where the fucking first titty and only titty shot of the movie happens.
Double titty.
Yeah, for real. Just like it's like long as shit too. She has like her shirt off for like a whole 3 minutes while they're just like dancing and singing or whatever, and then they hear something and
Previous to that, the guys are creeping on them through the window, and that's what basically what they hear is them coming
I didn't know
into the
girls
house.
actually did this. Blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah.
dude.
She takes the fucking bottle of champagne and dumps it out, and it's just like, why yada. So they fucking break into the house, do that whole thing where fucking he like pretends to be stabbed and like falls over and shit,
like,
to, like
"Oh."
jump scares her
Yeah.
or whatever. Damn, I got the hiccups. He's penny hitting, boy. But Sheila and TJ, you know, they're like having sex and shit. And then fucking Courtney's trying to sleep. She's like, are they always this loud? And he's like, yeah, he's like getting better and shit. And like it sounds like it's coming from in the room, but it's like upstairs and shit. She has a hallucination that night while they're fucking and shit. She's dreaming about Matt, really wants him to fucking show up and shit because she's lonely, you know. They're like fucking, she's like just thinking about like losing her virginity to him and stuff. Pretty much like, you know, same driller killer making his appearance and montage. And next morning they go to the pool and where she just doesn't feel good because like I guess the hallucinations are like fucking with her like mental health and like deteriorating at her and stuff.
Yeah.
So TJ gets up and starts doing this weird like fucking, well, yeah, I know how to fucking, you know, get rid of. He's like touching her tits and stuff.
And
Just,
like trying to like, yeah.
he's
and,
like groping her pretty much and just pushes her in the pool.
and like, just like, oh, baptize, all evil released or some
Yeah,
shit.
she fucking falls in the pool, has another hallucination.
And that motherfucker starts shredding while she's in the pool.
Like, stop fucking with her, blah, blah, blah. So she goes and she takes a nap. She wakes up and her friend's like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't have fucking got so drunk, blah, blah, blah. And like, she's like, I just like really don't feel myself. I'm like, feel like I'm losing it. Then she's like, nah, man, it's cool. You're just like, you know, you just got fucked up that night. But the boys are making us lunch, so let's go outside. And then she goes outside and she starts eating fucking a kangaroo meat fucking sandwich or some weird shit.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, but she has like an hallucination that it's like a hand inside of the shit, and she freaks out and like throws it away and yeah. And everybody like looks at her all fucking weird, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And she was just like, oh, I just had a weird burger.
They're just like, no, that's just a regular kangaroo meat.
Yeah, it's just a regular kangaroo meat burger. And we're like, what the fuck?
I really hope that this movie takes place in Australia and they just don't be eating like imported.
I don't even think they eat
kangaroo.
kangaroo in Australia. I don't even know if they do that.
I'm pretty sure they do, bro.
I don't know.
On the Barbie, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she goes inside and her friends are pretty much like, yo, you need to like chill out and relax. And she's like, yeah, like I need to go like take a bath or something. She goes and takes a bath, and that it has like that Nightmare on Elm Street like type thing where she's in the pool,
blood comes out the drain.
The tub. Yeah, blood comes out the drain.
Starts filling the shit up.
And they're not shot of these fucking hallucinations at all. The driller killer, you know what I'm saying, comes up with a fucking guitar and shit like starts shredding again. And she like fucking sees all the blood and shit, freaks out. The blood's like seeping out the door. She like runs downstairs and gets Sally. She's like, yo, you need to come see this. She's just like, yeah, I got you, and goes up and doesn't see anything. And she's like, yo, like for real, like what the fuck going on with you? And then they start going and having a conversation about her zit.
And then she starts tripping again. Yeah, it starts cutting back and forth, and with every cut to her face, her zit's getting bigger, and then finally just fucking explodes, and all this yellow pus starts squirting out her face, and it gets all over her face. So she runs downstairs, and she like runs to her friend group and shit. And they're just like, what the fuck's going on? You know, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, obviously at this point, they're like, yo, this bitch tripping again. Yeah. So they go upstairs and nothing's up there. Nothing's up there at all. And they're just like, yo, like, dude, you're losing it. And they can't, but then they're like, yo, where is Sally at though? She's gone. Is she fucked up? So they call the cops. And fucking Officer Kruger. Yeah, Officer Kruger and his partner comes up.
More relation to Friday, not Friday.
Another reference to Friday. Nightmare on Elm Street. They're talking to them, and they're just stereotypical as dickhead cops, just talking to her like, oh, like, buddy.
Yeah, what did he say? He was like, keep fucking around with my town.
If you brats keep fucking around here, I'm gonna fucking rip your lungs out. Yeah, some crazy shit. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, and then before they leave, Sally comes back in because she went to go buy more ointment. And she met some dude that she was like talking to or whatever. So they come in, they're just like fucking like all like looking at her like, come on, dude, like you're fucking tripping, like Courtney, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Everyone's like, all right, well, we're gonna go get food. They're just like obviously not having it anymore at this point. And then Matt's like, hey, I'm gonna stay with you, Courtney. So they go upstairs and they do their whole like fucking laying down, making out thing. I guess she's like finally about to lose her virginity, and then fucking
he brings in birthday cake.
Yeah, he brings her birthday cake because it's her birthday.
Yeah.
Doesn't blow out the candle because he was like, you gotta make a wish, and she's like, it already came true. That shit, like they start making out. The hallucinations actually become real because she sees the driller killer, and he's actually just somehow in the room, like
just standing behind her, and she's just like,
shows up
what
from
the
like
fuck?
The dream dimension or whatever. First kill of the movie, Matt dies.
Gets a fucking drill through the chest. Yeah.
Drill through the chest. All the people come back, and like he's like playing the bass. TJ's playing the bass, and like Sally.
Oh yeah, dude, I can play an instrument.
And fucking Courtney is all tweaking out, runs downstairs. This time, it actually plays you because you're like, oh, it's just another fucking hallucination. But when she runs out the room, she actually has blood all over her arms and shit.
You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, like this is actually real. She comes down the stairs, everyone's like, what the fuck? And then bro just like fucking comes dancing down the fucking stairs with his guitar. He's like, yeah, dude, you know what I'm saying, playing like some riff, does this little jig towards fucking Sally, and Sally backs herself up into a corner way before that he was even close to him, and like fucking had hella time to run away, but she just keeps backing up into this corner and stays there.
And that's straight through the wall, and they're on the phone trying to call the police.
Yeah, and the drill like fucking, he stabs Sally with it and like fucking goes through the fucking wall.
The phone, and it fucks up the phone, so they can't even call the police. And police are like, Kruger's on the other phone line, by the way, which I don't know why he's a police like officer and also answering the phone calls to the police. He's just the whole police department. This is just one officer for the whole police. Yeah, he just does it. So he's just like, I'm not fucking doing this, blah, 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 and then the phone gets cut off and they're freaking the fuck out.
So they end up running out the house.
Sheila and TJ start booking the fuck out, and they're trying to get, help from neighbors or cars coming through the neighborhood. Nobody's listening. She's freaking out, you fucking asshole, blah, blah, blah. And then they start fucking booking it again. He also has a slice on his leg, which is off fucking camera. You don't ever see that happen. He just out of nowhere has a slice in his leg. Then it cuts back to the other people, the other three, and they're chilling around that corner, and they're like, oh,
Courtney,
shit.
Jeff, and Amy.
Yeah, and they're chilling around the corner. They're like spotting shit out. They're like, okay, where the fuck are we going to go? What are we gonna do? They get back into the house and see the dead body, and they're like, and he fucking opens up the door for a second. He's like, and then closes it real quick, and he's like, all right, 3, 2, 1, we're gonna go. And then he opens it, and then like waits for them to run out first, and then he follows them. And it was like, all right. So they run out, get in the car. The car's not starting. Typical horror movie scene. Car won't start. Keep starting it, and then finally it starts, and they're like, oh my god, yes. So they start driving off, and they're hysterical, losing their shit. My boy come out the back seat. He's like, this is dedicated to the one I love. And they're like, what the fuck? And he just shoves the fucking drill through the front seat of the car, just impaling him. And he's like, freaking the fuck out. So they all dip out of the car, and he's just getting fucked up in the car, and they run away, and it just has this panic shot of the car. And
then it goes back to TJ and Sheila. They're like banging on the fucking...
some neighbor's house or some shit.
Yeah, and then fucking when the dude is like, I guess coming to the door, bro, just appears behind them fucking fast as shit.
Yeah, the camera's
which also kind of adds to the
supernatural power.
Yeah, because he's able to just go from point A to point B so fucking quickly and shit. Fucking just comes behind fucking what's his name, TJ, fucking drills his shit. Same fucking type of kill. That's the rest of them.
Yeah, it's all through the chest.
Through the back or through the chest. And then fucking Amy runs away. Not Amy, goddamn. Sheila runs away all scared. And the fucking dude comes to the door and he's like, oh,
these fucking kids. And then it pans over to him just laying there all fucked up. And it was just like, oh, damn.
They went back to the house.
After her boyfriend dies, she fucking books it back to the house. And then she's
I remember
freaking
that
out.
wrong.
And he's having the rockabilly scene and shit. When
Amy and Courtney are already in the house, and they barricade themselves in the room by putting a fridge in front of it. And so Sheila runs in, and she's all tweaking out. And the driller killer's right behind her.
And she runs upstairs, and she's trying to find out where the rest where the two other girls are. And he turns on the fucking neon lights in the house, and then turns on the music, the record player or whatever the hell.
Dances for 3 minutes straight.
It's such a long scene.
Song play out. He's fucking break dancing, doing spins, fucking doing some Prince dances and shit.
I love to jam it to the floor, let me twice spots roar. Well, I'm an inch off the ground, the speakers all around, baby.
But that shit goes on for a really fucking long time. Whoever was casted in that role had a great fucking time doing that shit, because he was just killing all them dance moves and shit. So goes up to Sheila.
He's taking his sweet ass time dancing with the guitar. She's freaking out of the door, banging on the fucking door and shit. Let me the fuck in.
It takes them so long to move the fridge.
And then by the time they move the fridge, they realize that he's there and hear the drill noise, and then they put it back, and it's like, oh shit.
So Sheila dies. And so driller killer comes, drills at the door, breaks through the door. They're already able to dip out. They run to this construction site. And
out the rooftop, remember?
Yeah.
Because he comes through, he's drilling through the door, and they break out to the rooftop, and then out of nowhere, it cuts to this crazy fucking scene where he's got sunglasses on, smoking a cigarette, and fucking shredding on this roof, dude. And it was just fucking insane looking.
So it kind of has this weird fucking not really a chase, but it kind of just cuts to fucking Amy and Courtney running through this fucking
house being built and shit.
Construction site.
End up hiding on the second floor, and he's coming through the first floor. And he's just looking cool and shit in the camera angle. He smokes a cigarette, lights a cigarette, and then he gets a drip on his hand. He's like, what the fuck?
So they're up
and
there.
He looks up and he's like, oh, okay. So then it cuts to them sitting up there like thinking they're hidden and shit, and then the drill comes through the fucking floor and they're like, oh my god. So
it has that scene where it's just like going like fucking everywhere from different angles and shit.
Yeah.
And Amy and Courtney start running fast as shit. Cut to a corner where I guess Amy fucking trips or something. But
she trips, but she damn near fucking climbs
she
that
jumped
shit.
off that shit.
Don't let go! Courtney, please! God, don't let go!
She killed herself, basically.
She just fucking jumped off. She's hanging up on the shit. She's like, help me, don't let go. And then fucking, you know,
The
Courtney
man comes
sees
through.
the killer. She's like, fuck that. She runs away. Dude comes up, just boom, slices her shit. Again, dies off screen. And then when she's running away, she sees like another hallucination, which is like her fucking just like real fast cuts of all of her friends being dead. Very anticlimactic from that point. Really fucking fast.
Abrupt as shit.
Yeah, she goes, climbs up on this shit. He fucking follows her.
Yeah, he's like behind her talking to her. He's like, I had to kill her because like she broke my heart and blah 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 blah. She's sitting there. He's like terrorizing her, and she like grabs the welder or whatever.
Helium tank.
Yeah, the helium tank. And she's like, oh, you gonna light up my world or something with like the cigarette in his hand?
She's like,
I'm about to.
And then fucking lights a lighter to it, and then burns him. The worst CGI fire you'll ever see in your life, dude. It fucking him burns up super fast, falls off the fucking roof.
And it's like 3 different cuts of him falling.
And then instantly fades into the next day. She's fucking standing in those like fucking same blankets that they give all the fucking victims that gotta go through all that bullshit. It cuts to her making out with Matt, and then it's like another hallucination. She's making out with Matt.
And then Matt turns into the killer.
Yeah, the killer. And then it goes into her in the mental asylum. And she's like freaking out in the mental asylum, and then
the drill comes through the hole.
comes through the fucking
And then it
floor.
just cuts the credits.
Yeah, so it's just like I guess that she was just hallucinating all those things standing outside because like it doesn't make sense that
so
she's in the mental
weird.
asylum
It's
because
so
like
abrupt.
the drill comes through and shit. But yeah,
And we ran that shit back like 3 times just to kind of understand how that ending went because we couldn't. It was just so quick, and it was like literally 5 minutes.
afterthoughts.
I mean, first 50 minutes. Hilarious as shit, but it was like damn near softcore porn. It was like intro going on for the first 50 minutes.
Worst fucking pacing. It was
Terrible.
the first kill didn't even happen until like what 51 minutes
Yeah,
in.
it literally happened 51 minutes in.
And,
And that's
like-
Matt just getting drilled through the
Yeah,
chest
and
out
then
of
they just
nowhere.
like had to fucking just keep pushing that shit the whole time.
Really, the most entertaining part of the movie is like the last 25 minutes. And that's him just killing
I loved
everybody.
every scene where fucking the driller killer was just like all rocking out, dude,
Yeah.
just like dancing and shit, or even like when he would just show up in the dreams or whatever,
But
and just like
other
say
than-
those cheesy ass fucking quotes. I wish I could remember more of them, but like it's just
Definitely hilarious. He was honestly, he was the best person in that entire movie. He
Yeah,
was
fucking
awesome.
killed
He was
that
sick
shit.
as shit. Really cool.
Another thing I did not like about the movie was like how forced a lot of like the bad acting was. Like, of course it's ironic and shit, but like they really did not even care.
The fake crying, dude. Like there's a couple scenes, like the scene when they're calling the police, and she's like,
I mean, I don't know. The same
It's
reason I
just
don't
like-
like it is the same reason I love it. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
It's just,
exactly.
like, it definitely like adds to everything.
it's bad, but you watch it because it's bad, because it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be scary. It's just funny. And if you like slasher shit and you like something that would make fun of it, then it's a good movie to watch.
Yeah, I'd definitely put it under the first one, but like it's still definitely a good movie, and it's like a really fun watch if you just want to drink beer with your friends. You know what I'm saying? Smoke
Laugh
something.
your ass off.
Yeah, just like I completely recommend doing it. It's a great watch. It's a fun movie.
This is goofy as shit.
And the way that B slashers go, I'd give it like a 5 out of 10, 6 out
Yeah.
of 10, something like that.
Same here. 5 out of 10.
Solid movie, good time. Learn some fucking dance moves from that dude. I'm Elias Freeze,
This is Rude Boy Todd.
and this is our second installment in our series 640s Deep. Drink some hands to it, smoke some. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Well, what'd you think? Did you enjoy the new format? Did you like what you see? Did you have some fun there? If you thought that this was as funny as I did, then be sure to let me know in the comments, as well as to let me know what you thought about the movie Slumber Party Massacre Part 2. I mean, this thing is crazy. If you had some fun with us today, I'll be sure to make some more videos like this in the future with a little bit better quality going forward. But as always, I've been Elder's Terror. If you like this video, be sure to send it to somebody else you think might enjoy it too. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content just like this. Whether your day's been going good or bad today, I hope it gets better.